Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the winners semifinals of the Paragon's Return League. This is the main event. $500 are on the line, and in the blue color we have got Saitama playing as the humans.
And Galactic with his Galactic with his trusty elves in the teal and the top right, showing us the power of the druids, a mystery, and the wrath.
Galactic.
He's like the Lorax. He speaks for the trees, and the trees are fucking angry. They're gonna melt your face off.
Plenty of fire where this druid came from, that's for sure. Wait, I don't think he benefited from that very last zombie kill. That's awkward, but there's more than enough experience on Jungle Crossroads to go around. Easy enough to get to level 5. You kill a bunch of bandits, bunch of zombies, get the double camp of Revenant Warriors, and you should be in a good position. The build orders were for the humans, double woodcutter, hunting cabin, and stonecutter. And we've got the Wolfguard commander for them.
Yeah, should be interesting. It's interesting that we went back to we used to not cap this flag here for this exact reason, that those Revenants are gonna mess with it if they get pulled in like this. But ooh, okay. Galactic did sacrifice his Pathfinder to stop the harass there a bit. So only 2 of the Bone Bros made it in.
Yeah, always
But
nice to
nowadays,
mitigate
we
that,
don't
but I
care.
think he will have to teleport back to get the rest.
Uh-oh. Okay. I was concerned Galactic was gonna lose his Guardian. But we did.
Oh.
You get sectors, including your capital sector, which then gives you an amount of worker depending on the upgrade in the middle of it. The way to get more workers, and hence more eco, is by capping flags, upgrading them to shrines, which then gives you more workers that you can then allocate to your different resource buildings / production buildings. And the more you cap, the better you are. Bigger is always better.
Yeah, the humans are particularly able to go wide like that. The elves are going to be more on the upgrading sectors side of things, going tall.
Yep. The factions also they prefer different resources. For example, as opposed to many other elves in many other fantasy universes, these elves really love to cut down the Amazon rainforest on a daily basis. They are more wood hungry than a beaver on a bad weekend. Versus the humans, they like a little bit of everything because we're greedy as fuck. So we just take everything and give nothing back. Also, for example, the human outposts are fairly linear to upgrade. They cost the same amount for tier 1, tier 2. I think tier 3 gets more expensive. But for example, most other factions have variants in there. So for example, the elves are fairly cheap to get to the first level, but then the second one is rather expensive.
Yeah, and it adds like a stone cost after the first level as well, so that's not easy to deal with either.
But therefore they do get more workers on average, and they do have 1 more level than other factions, should they make it that far. And then you can do nasty little things like murder your opponent's workers, like Saitama's currently doing.
Yeah, the worker harassment is usually a fairly big choice, as your hero won't be leveling up from this very fast at all. But you can steal a little bit of resource. Oh no, never mind, denied. Try to pick up some resources from the workers, as when they run back to the building, they drop the resources on the ground and your hero can steal it. But there's
nothing stronger than a SpellForce, the vice grip of a SpellForce worker. You can be grabbing onto that resource as long as much. If you didn't finish it and put it in your pocket, by the time he arrives, he's gonna rip that thing out of it like a basketball player on the defense. And he's not gonna give it back. Unless you kill him, then he's gonna drop it. And then you can try again.
Man, Galactic losing a lot of workers here. It takes time to replenish. It is free, but yeah, the elves at least are faster than the other factions with this. Wolfguard Commander having the helmet right now equipped does mean that 7 health per second will be regenerated, which is great news there. And it's also active during combat, which is a pretty big change from before where it wasn't the case.
No. Galactic is doing his best to get some worker res on Saitama as well, and does get it. And he could have picked up actually the gold under the HQ. I think that would be like 750 gold there.
Oh, he
That wouldn't be bad to steal.
Oh, he didn't notice, I think. Oh, that's unfortunate. The zombies were killed there. And there's a little bit of a range for gaining XP from kills. So it makes sense to walk away from that and come back later. But if there's a cross-map hero harassment scenario like here, you can totally steal that.
Yep. One big thing to note as well, as opposed to most other games of this nature, like Warcraft 3, League of Legends, etc., there is no last hit mechanic, as the XP you gain is dependent on the damage done in percent. So if you do half the amount of damage to a mob, you get half the XP as long as a hero is in range, which is roughly 1.5 screens at the time of its demise. Otherwise, if nobody's around, if a mob dies in the woods and nobody's around to gain the XP, did it really happen? In the SpellForce universe, it doesn't.
Never happened. Well, the humans, however, have had enough now. They're gonna clean up these flags. There's not gonna be elven bases here, as long as they have something to say about it. Let's see how many barracks we've got for the humans. Actually 0. They're only coming up now, so everything was made from the town center thus far.
Yeah. It is a very high iron-intensive map, so Galactic should be feel at home. Like, Galactic is a big proponent of the good old tech skippy. At least that's what he used to rise to fame back in the day. Together with, oh, I'm embarrassed now because I can't remember his name.
Frenchie.
Yes, with Frenchie. So he should be okay.
Now he's getting there, Mad Hat. Really not that far off now. He's clicked up Sanctum just now, so the tier 2 will be coming soon, unlocking that Iron Gathering and the units eventually.
Might have a fight around these Revenants though.
Yes, and he only has 3 Guardians. That's not a whole lot.
Nope. He is a level ahead though. I'll have to see how much that matters here. Since the Druid has more AoE, he should still be able to get most of the XP here. He does need to use it though.
Problem is that all of these Guardians are just pretty far away right now. The infantrymen have more DPS, technically speaking. But yeah, Galactic should get the majority of the XP. Saitama actually just stole the item from the bag. So that's 1 more potion for him. 2 more potions for him. That's a pretty big deal. Okay. Probably the best move is now to get out of here. Use the teleport to get across the map. And Saitama should be able to have 3 Revenant camps versus just 1.5 of Galactic's.
No, he doesn't seem to have gotten that much XP. He's still level 3 of this.
Yeah, and Galactic's almost level 5. That could be a big difference maker for sure. You can shut down that Wolfguard Commander if you have the Meme Beam available here. Crush Spirits is a 50% resistance reduction just about.
Galactic is trusting in the Shrine upgrade to hold the line here. It's gonna finish.
He's got level 5.
Ooh!
There's no Meme Beam. He's got Alan's Wrath, so not looking to snap that Wolfguard Commander. I guess he doesn't have much support, so it makes a lot of sense, really.
No, I mean, as long as he's fighting under the Shrine, it could have gotten some value, but it's probably better to clear out the other camps with Alan's Wrath.
Yes, sir. He's also upgraded his Obliterate to level 2, which gives it now 8 projectiles as opposed to just the 4. This thing is going to be bonkers. Super long range, can delete entire armies.
Yep. All you need is a couple power points and a good attitude of destroying the enemies of the forest with prejudice.
There are now 4 barracks for Saitama, and they're fairly close to where Galactic's hanging out on the far side of the map. Now going for that bottom creep camp as we've discussed.
No. One thing to notice, since we've seen a lot of the tier 1 human stompage early on, the Archdruid is one of the best tier 1 army cleaners in the entire game. So, and Galactic has reached level 5 for it. So even if he's on the back foot, he should have a much easier time
Yes, for sure.
than
He might
Ra
actually get
would have had.
fairly close to level 6 here. And his main combo is just using Ellen's Fire, that fire pool on the map that you get to see all the time. Then Trian's Grasp, which slows down enemies in it. And then comboing that with Ellen's Grasp, which, depending on whether these two conditions are there, will do a detonation.
Indeed. But nice map play here by Saitama. He did deny the Revenant camp on the southeastern side. And he's gonna go for the southwestern side, which should give him level 5 as well. Whereas Galactic is gonna be a little bit late for this one here. He came, he saw, he found nothing.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't even have enough to really destroy a scouting post here. So I don't think he'll go for that.
I used to be a proponent of the good old Rod Stone. But nobody's been picking it for a long, long time. It is very mana intensive though, so I completely understand.
And now Saitama also has level 5. Oh, leaving it back behind. No. He's got enough potions, to be fair. 8 healing potions and 6 focus potions is a pretty big number to have. He's got 4 points in brute force. He's gonna have Earth Shatter. He's gonna have Shadow Strike level 2. Basically the build he went with when he was fighting Ra. And now going to pick up the wedding dress. Humans are tier 2 as well.
Very nice. Maybe he's a member of healing. Oh my god, he's abducting the merchant! Saitama's abducting the merchant!
What?
That's a first! That's hilarious.
He's going back.
He's just taking him with him.
Amazing.
Oh, the druid got murdered on teleport.
Oh, I missed it. No.
I blinked. And he was gone.
How many Arbalists are we looking at? 26 Arbalists? No wonder. I'm so sorry for missing this. What? That merchant was just too cool to look at, though.
He distracted us on purpose. He activated his cheat codes.
Galactic says he will uninstall now. Understandable.
Oh, that's so many. Yeah, this is one of the problems. So, like a famous strategy, if you're about to lose a sector, is you can recycle your buildings. That's another very important thing to understand about SpellForce. Is if you recycle a building, aka delete it, you get 100% of the resources back as long as it has 100% health left. If you destroy it by damage, it will drop 30% of it on the ground, I think it is. So he was trying to recycle it to get some eco back. But now that he was halfway through recycling, the carriers were on their way back, so he should be getting more out of it. Because he was killing all the workers that were currently carrying things back. So
yeah, exactly.
Saitama's eco is looking pretty nice.
He's got so many resources, all of a sudden he can make 1 million Arbalists and not even feel the impact. There's a bunch of protectors out which have the Phalanx aura, boosting resistances of people nearby, but yeah, that would have been very important to have earlier for Galactic, just to avoid getting one-shot by Arbalists. And I think now he also has his armor, which will play a big role in this.
Nice obliterate. Oh, that could be a big Earth Shatter. And
Interrupted
nice.
though.
Very nice, but he doesn't have to follow up. That army is too small.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any DPS in it. All of these Guardians getting smacked back into the army. And the Arbalists just taking them out super easily. It's a good choke point, however, and we've got the Wombo combo coming down. The infantrymen are going to be in for a tough one if they try to push this too much. Ooh, good obliterate.
Very nice indeed.
But nothing dies, Mad Hat, and these will regen.
Yeah. That's a bit of a problem.
Still just Guardians coming out of Galactic, so without Wardens and Wanderers, I don't think that this is gonna work out. Maybe he's gonna just pump Protectors, which in the big mass would be able to get things done as well.
No, I mean, he doesn't have the upgrade yet, so that's the biggest problem he's got. So Protectors on the upgrade, they do start doing AoE damage, which is really, really good if you can get on top of these backline units.
That's exactly why he's retreating, to make sure he gets that Savage Blows is
Yep.
already 80% done. Oh, this might be a bit of an anti-timing if they engage right now.
That would be quite disastrous, but the Arbalests luckily are out of range.
Alright, it finished. So now they are gonna have that AoE. And Saitama has to respect this, even though he's almost maxed out right now. 199 population to 88. The elves are going to have to hold. And I'm not sure how they will go about that. It seems very difficult right now.
Yeah, he's only got 3 protectors versus 200 angry humans. Or roughly 100. So it's not looking too spicy. But with the druids, stranger things have happened.
43 Arbalists, they can almost one-shot a protector. That is crazy.
Fine. Ooh, not the best obliterate there.
Shrine of Growth level 2 will be destroyed, and once again the buildings are ripe for the picking. Saitama is in negative wood, but won't be for long as he destroys all these.
Now, I'm very surprised he didn't put Alan's fire on top of his building there. Or Treen's grass. Seems like he was too nervous to get too close. Understandably so, but that means Saitama is on the march forward.
We have a handful of Wanderers that might save the day, but it's a very, very tall order for them. The Wombo combo is looking good, but he's not casting Alan's.
He got interrupted there.
Oh no. Only a handful of units got it.
It's dip. Yeah, the problem is he just upgraded the upgrade for protectors, and now he started pumping Wanderers while only having 3 protectors available. So as you said, that was a bit of an anti-timing. So he really should have just continued pumping protectors for the time being.
I agree, those are the hardest to snipe in the game, so...
Then switch back to the Wanderers once he's got like a 10 or so out of the gate. Out of the grove. But that is a healthy looking mining operation I see from Galactic in the north. At least. Yeah, he's got...
Oh yeah, that's a lot of iron mines.
That's a lot of iron mines. So in the long term he should be fine.
We could estimate like 7 iron mines right now. Can he save this Shrine of Growth though? It's getting destroyed so quickly with all these infantrymen they have now. Warhammers. And yeah, once again the base is gone.
He also just did a really weird teleport here without his army. I'm not sure if he was trying to dodge the Earth Shatter. Okay, but there we go. This is the power to protect us. They are starting to cleave here.
Yes, we also had a really good Alan's Wrath.
But he does kind of need to get on top of the backline here. With the protectors. Would love to see them microed into the Arbalists. Because infantrymen are gonna take a while to die.
They're almost all dead.
Yep. Oh, he needs to get in the backline. Get in the backline.
150 population for Saitama. He can pump all day, I think. He's tier 3, Mad Hat. Oh man, the champions are gonna be coming in no time. He's got 45 iron and 140 food. He can do this all day.
Oh, and there come some wardens now out. Just very confused unit production here. I mean, he queued them up before his army got deleted. So fair enough. But that is not what he needs right now. And it's not looking good. Oh, that's so many resources picked up again.
And Hero has been delivering value, but it's just not enough by itself. The army hasn't been big enough. And Saitama once again takes this area over, kills the hero. And human Imba, GG.
GG indeed. Yeah, Saitama is just putting on a clinic here. Really, really clean gameplay. And like, Galactic just didn't get off the big wombo combos this time around.
Welcome to Fortress Stoneguard. Let's see what these guys can do here. Galactic sticking to the elves. Makes a lot of sense, especially with the druid. There's a lot of XP here on Fortress Stoneguard.
And so many choke points. And Saitama in the blue. Scary as ever with the human people. And the Wolf Guard Commander.
Yeah, Wolfguard Commander all day, every day, apparently. Doesn't need the Royal Mage. This is the hero we choose.
He just likes a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Galactic
She's
going
gonna
for the
slap you silly.
Galactic going for the hunting cabin and triple woodcutters. As for Saitama, it's the usual hunting cabin, double wood, and one stonecutter. He has one worker in the stonecutter early on, which I think is a change in the balance mod that we're using here, where all the workers are 10% slower in stone gathering.
Indeed. Now, also very interesting, Saitama's just basically skipped every mob. He just wants territory right now. Which is why Galactic is a little bit behind in terms of capture.
He tried to lure in the creeps, but they wouldn't cooperate. Galactic said it's cringe. It did fail.
Ooh, got the bag there. Will his Guardian get out? Looks like it, since we probably don't... Yeah, we do not have to teleport for Saitama.
He didn't get a lot out of this, to be fair. Just the territory, as you said. I wonder which of these flags is gonna get the upgrade. Just a moment from now, he should click one. Okay, it's gonna be the one over here in the middle. There's a lot of food there, makes a lot of sense. They're also gonna... They made the bear mad. Oh man. I need an assist with that. Wait, it actually leashes back to its original position. And only a handful of the lumberjacks have been picked off by the scout. But it's acceptable kinds of damage for Galactic thus far.
Indeed. I'm surprised he keeps... Well, I'm not really surprised that he keeps chasing him. But, yeah, at some point, I guess he just... Let's see if he's gonna go for the flag or if he's just gonna keep chasing. I'm assuming he's gonna use the backup Guardians coming along to get rid of that flag. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Galactic is not sticking around to actually build the flag and then just follow around Saitama after. Because there's no way that Saitama can actually build these flags before the Guardians get there, right? Wait, actually he might. He might be able to build that.
I mean, shadowing him is not a bad idea because, like in this scenario, he's gonna prevent a little bit of XP here. So
Yeah.
the longer he can keep on level 1, the less scary Saitama is. Okay, let's see if the Guardians. There's 3 of them. But it's almost done here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That outpost should go up.
Then again, if we got a weak Wolfguard commander that doesn't have potions, doesn't have cash, that seems really good for Galactic. Like, he should be able to just keep pumping those Guardians and eventually he'll take down that forward base, gaining a lot of money from it.
No, he is out of potions, but he can go to the shop here.
Nah, he doesn't have money. You could buy 1 potion.
That is true.
That's the problem with level 1 harassment, that's why we never see it. People usually want at least level 2, but level 3 is like, I think, the sweet spot for worker harassment, because then you got enough extra stats, you got enough points in your focus regeneration to keep your abilities rolling, you got enough gold so that you can buy stuff at the shop. So it makes sense that he left, I think.
But while all this was going on, Saitama was harassing that southwestern woodcutter there.
Oh, hello.
Trying to keep it low. Has prevented it from going up for the time being. Okay. But Galactic is going for the counter harass here. So that woodcutter should go down. Let's hope he gets some pullback micro for that poor Guardian. Keeps getting shot.
Alright, it's all good for now. We need more of these boys to actually take down the sector. It's a slow process to actually train the Guardians. 34 seconds each from the Sanctum. Would need groves to make them faster, but right now he doesn't have the food anyways.
No, but we have a similar like in the first game against Ra. Like Saitama is really good at controlling the Godstones around the map. So he's got the southern ones, whereas Galactic does have the middle ones, which isn't bad. But the corner ones are pretty important.
Now the bear will go down, which means Galactic has even more potions from this. This boy drops one of each, health and focus. And then it goes, level 3 is achieved. Almost level 4 in fact. So Galactic's got to be pretty happy with this.
No, bears are pretty good XPs. Resources, batteries, not sure what to call it. Pretty sure that even in real life, if you punch a bear to death, pretty sure you leveled up in life. Though usually you level down to level 0 and beyond. Don't try this at home, kids.
Negative experiences. It looks like there will be a battle over the bear. Or not. I think Galactic can force it.
Should be. It's level 3 versus level 3, and we've got more Guardians on the spot.
Yeah, for once he's ahead in the
Ranged
unit
mode.
count, so this is his time to shine for sure.
Ooh, gotta be careful there.
Ah, that Guardian is already so low. Might be enough to take down the Royal Flag, but what about the flag fight? Oh my god. Galactic managed to plant it down first. Very nice. And they should force Saitama away. There's no way he can battle all of this. He's got the population overall, but every unit is scattered across the map. Galactic is not going for the bear just yet.
Oh, meanwhile, the scout is just happy clapping in the base. Not doing too much, but he's doing his best.
Right, that's up over time. Every little kill counts, right?
Does indeed. Even if it's just like, even if you like, sometimes people just think like killing the worker doesn't do much because it instantly gets replaced, but it does also the gathering times. It's the gathering time in SpellForce 3 is rather long.
Mm-hmm.
It does add up over time, but he's now being dealt with by a brave little guardian with double swords. So shouldn't be long for this world. Oh, speaking of, ranged mode, ranged mode. Scouts gets away.
Ah, sorry, wasn't looking.
Saitama the Mad Lad. Also that infantryman in the southwest still at it. Trying to deal with that forest. But Saitama is getting that lovely bear here. Pretty sure he's gonna be very happy about that.
Galactic's level 4 now.
Galactic, sorry.
But Saitama is doing a bear as well, so you weren't wrong.
I wasn't technically wrong. It's the best kind of not being wrong.
Tons of infantrymen coming through. Galactic, once again, not really trying to keep up with the unit count. This might come back to bite him. But he's got his Sanctum. Which means iron will be available shortly. Another bear goes down. Level 5 for the Arch Druid.
He is gonna get away with it for a little bit because he has got the bear sectors, but the bear sectors only have like 100 iron each. So he does need to concern himself with getting some richer ones.
He's got some better ones, but I think taking the time for these, especially for the 9 o'clock sector, it's right there. Why not, right?
No. Okay, that's poor infantryman. After weeks of work, just get shafted. No paycheck for him.
Wolfguard Commander, by the way, once again with the helmet. This seems to be Saitama's go-to first item now.
Yep, saving a lot on potions while he be traveling. Oh, where did he?
Where'd he go?
Okay, that's an awkward teleport. He basically just went back to grab the western sector, but the problem is from there on out he will have to walk.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. Saitama has a lot of open space right now to grab. Or he could go for the Wyverns, which there are 4 of on this map. Got one of each type. Got the Storm Wyvern, got the Ice Wyvern, got the Scorching one, and even the Infectious one. And if that wasn't enough, we've got the Tempest Golem, so there's a lot of amulets and high XP rewards to be gained. Level 10 is essentially a guarantee if the players aren't too focused on killing each other.
Yep. One of my personal rules states you always have to kill all the wyverns on this map. Also, Infectious Wyvern, name of my punk rock band. Let's see if the Stonecutter goes down.
Spicy.
At least it should, otherwise the druid's name ain't druid.
Woo!
We did.
The lightnings. Nobody dies except one Arbalist, so he stays there. One man gets left behind. Lots of Aria down here, so definitely super important to grab for our... actually, both races it would be super important. The elves also care about the Lenya, but that's level 5 then for Saitama. Level 5.5 in fact. And he's got himself a Ring of Nullification. Very useful. Big army once again for Saitama. Oh, their Earth Shatter is brutal. Gets a pretty good surround actually on those Guardians. They kind of slip past, but not by much. Take a beating on the way out.
Interrupt, always on point. I really wish we would see some fire bombs.
I agree, like there's a lot of weak infantrymen here. Combine that with any other ability and they should be deleted essentially. Now Galactic is gonna have to chug potions, and by the time he's done, he's almost at the same potion count like Saitama. Once again, doesn't have armor and the protector dies. Oh god. That would have been very useful for this fight.
Yep. Those boys are expensive. Everyone counts. And elf units are expensive. There's very few things that do stand in the way of a good old elf death bowl. But if you can grind it out a couple times, the elves actually will run out of resources. Pretty hard to do on this map. But it ain't impossible.
Yeah, the humans at least have the market to trade with, so... as long as they have food, they have the other resources as well.
Yep.
At least somewhat. This looks like a very tough army to fight against, however, the infantrymen will be surrounding the Shrine of Growth. We got an Earth Shatter once again on the Archdruid. The Arbalists are sniping him and he goes down. With that, I don't think that Galactic can stop this anymore. Level 6 is gained on the Wolfguard Commander. Saitama controls more than all of the map, actually. Just controlling 120%. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sticks and stones may break your bones, but Saitama leaves psychological wounds that will never heal. He's a menace, this man. But yeah, very reminiscent of good old For the Win Cheese from back in the day. Where he's taking the Bruce Lee approach of just doing 1,000 kicks a day. Instead of 500 kicks once.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.